Here we go. Let's camera action. Why is that very low? There we go. So, who's in? Kenny's in already, and David is in. How are you? Welcome to Era Military Collectibles Friday night live stream. Now, why has my phone gone nuts? Is it you texting me to know, are you going live tonight? Sorry, I'm just getting a rake of emails one after another for some reason. This is going to go for a while because I'm only after turning it on. So there we go. Evening, Kenny. Hello as well. Yes, thanks, David. Stan is in. Evening, splendid. Stan, good evening. Yeah, so we're all here. Well, those of us that count are here. Gary Hall, hello. How are you, Gary? I have your stuff boxed up. It'll be probably the middle of. It could be actually this month. By the time I get up to it, it won't be in September because I have a busy. Oh, the busy August and September anyway planned. I will be in Yorkshire on the 12th, 13th, and 14th, and I will be in the Victory Show on the second weekend or 2nd of September. That weekend. So yeah, so I have a few busy weekends coming up. Where about Phil Entel himself gets things in what's it evening. Yeah, so that's pretty much what's been happening. I had a slow week this week. I have been trying to get stuff organized for shows. So I was checking flights, ferries. Shalom, hello, Herefordshire lad. I was checking flights, ferries, things like that, and for both shows. So it looks like I'm going to be flying. And thankfully, some of the guys that I'll be meeting are either going to pick me up at airports or hotels and drive me to the shows, or I have to make my own way to my lift. So it's fantastic that the guys are actually helping out that way. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to both shows. It's going to be a bit of fun, a bit of crack. I will have the camera with me, and I will be doing some videos. I'm at Chapel tomorrow, mostly at DDR, border guard. Looks mostly as a very cool. Understand me about that show. Good evening, chaps. Hello, Nick. How are you? Yeah. So at the moment for the Victory Show, I think Danny was saying today there's three. Is it three or four SAS jeeps that will be there at our stand, and we'll be in the woods at the Victory Show. Oh, in Yorkshire, I'm not sure what we're doing. Andy might pop in. Because the first SA, I had planned on doing the Royal Ulster Rifles Airborne Glider Infantry at the Victory Show, but because the SAS stuff is so minimal and light, first SAS stuff, I might do that in Yorkshire as well. And then I have a chance to air it and fine tune it before we go to the Victory Show. So we'll wait and see what the plan is. I do need to lay my venison out a bit more to get it sunbaked, but we'll get to that. So, if any of you as well are into reenacting or trying to get into reenacting and you're looking for razors, Gillette have come out with this King C series. I'm not sponsored by Gillette. I don't have anything to do with Gillette. But I've just seen the razors. So they have double-edged razor blades. So they actually do work. They do fit into the World War II razors. So there we go. Safety razors, I should say. Now, next question, because I'm going to show it this direction. I don't have the M8 knife that most SAS lads would have worn after Normandy. But I do have this. Now, I'm sure you can tell me what you know what it is from that side. So, I am wondering, just because I don't have one, and I know not a lot of lads will, would you think an SAS man would wear? No, it's a bit Farby, it's a bit out there, but it's just I never get to show it off, and I never get to bring it anywhere with me. I never get to use it. It's just sitting in a cupboard most of the time, or in a shelf, or a drawer even. So I was thinking, why not put it on my belt and just say, yeah, it was. If somebody asked me, why have you that there? Oh, well, this lad behind the lines is nothing to say he wouldn't have taken it off of a youth member. I was just thinking today, because I came across it when I was cleaning. I was tidying up in here, and I found it, and I said, might be a bit of an idea. I do have a check bag on both directions, so I could bring it on the aircraft. So we'll wait and see. Just a room for thought. Hello from Sweden. Nice with the live stream. Hello, Sweden. How are you? My MRT1. So yeah, you're all very quiet tonight, actually, with your all questions and comments. This thing, I took it out today and gave it a bit of an old cleaning because it's been sitting in its box for a while. This is my old brand one, and I'm just wondering why it's not fully closed at the minute. There we go. No. I'm wheeling backwards. Evening, Andrew. How are you? Could be okay. Hello. How are you? So that's my plan pretty much. I do have some stuff to pick up off Andrew in Yorkshire. He thankfully I've some Irish Army kit that I can trade with him, or we can do trades. And Andrew's a nice guy. Anyway, and I'm not just saying that because he's here online, but I chat to Andrew quite a lot, along with Stan, Dave, some of the other guys. So Dave and Andrew have kindly got me bits and bobs for the Victory Show and for Yorkshire Wartime Experience. So I'm quite happy. I'm really looking forward to both weekends, actually. Better no let yourself be taken carrying that by the Germans. Exactly, that's it. And as a matter of fact, at that stage of the war anyway, Hitler had signed his commando order, so no commandos were to be taken alive. So yeah, so even if I was caught with it, I wasn't going to live anyway. Or even if I was caught without it, I wasn't even going to live without it anyway. I'm just a bit busy. I'm getting my kit together for my first drive of the year. 4 a.m. start. Oh, dive. Sorry, drive. Dive. So you got snorkeling. Very good. Well done. Take care and mind yourself. Andrew saying hello to Stan. Mind you, the command order was in effect, so you didn't let those nasty types catch you anyway. Exactly. So that's it. So there we go. What are you guys drinking? I'm having a nice glass of Bacardi and Pepsi and lime. Tiny Rebel Craft IPA. IPA. Oh, mind you. Oh, sorry. Dave, are you double typing today? Whatever's wrong with you. Yeah, smoking free diving in. Coffee, hand ground. I'm drinking the cola of the cola, the Coke of the cola. With nothing on it. I have to start cutting down on the soft drinks actually because I'm getting awful heartburn lately from it. Yeah. Most expensive thing in my collection. That's a very good question. I don't actually know, to tell you the truth, because the price of a lot of stuff has gone up. I would have said my World War II helmets, my reconditioned M1 helmet, because that's the thing I spent the most on. I spent about €300, if I remember correctly, on that helmet, because it does come with paperwork and stuff like that. Actually, my Bren gun is probably the most expensive thing, but my Bren gun cost me €800, if I remember correctly. Which isn't a bad price, considering it comes with its carry case, its spare wallet, parts. Although Andrew did send me a few bits and pieces that I was missing. That'd probably be the most expensive thing. Would be my Bren gun, actually, yeah. I'm drinking Irn-Bru. Irn-Bru. Well, you are Scots, so I suppose it is acceptable. Sorry, it just turned out like that. Mine would be my Mark II Bren 500 with transit case. Yeah, so mine is Mark II though. What is mine? If I can open this up without it falling out all over the floor. I think mine is a Mark 1 or Mark 2. YouTube, this is fully deactivated, so don't lose your marbles. And I forget how heavy this thing is every time I pull it out. Yeah, mine is a Mark 1. 1942. Just throw it up to the camera. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, there you go. It is backwards, but I can tell you it is in 1942. No, yeah. What's it again? 23 pounds or something like that. Feels it. Yeah, Mark 1. There we go. I reckon Diak Brennan's now would be up sterling. So 650, 700. Yeah, so you're talking roughly about €800. Yeah. Nice prop you have there. It is a lovely prop. It's a fantastic prop. Yeah, mine's a 43 by... I can't remember who made this one. I do have the form there for it, actually. Yeah. If I go into my filing cabinet, I'll drop more paper on the ground. Light machine gun, Bren Mark 1, number 303. Supplied by Wrighton Arms Limited, but that's who deactivated it. Doesn't say who made it. There you go. I really do love my Bren. It needs to be aired a bit more. It doesn't get enough sky time. And that gentleman there, Gary Hall, was instrumental in me getting this. So thank you very much, Gary. I really, really appreciate it. It's probably the main piece in my collection when it's out of the safe. And for some reason, I have to put it in upside down in the safe. Because it's just been awkward. No, there we go. All back in bed. I have no idea what that's off. I hate when you find things on the floor and you're like going, I wonder what that could be off. It looks like the top off an aerial for a radio. My most expensive thing must be my high-grade airsoft MG42. It's about €700 new. MG42s. Yeah, you can get some very, very expensive airsoft guns. I can't remember how much my SLRs were. They're airsoft. They were in the range, I suppose, about €500 or €600, and I have two of them. G3s are very expensive as well. Mine would be my Brain tripod going, but what they sell for now, crazy money these days. Yeah, you do see the anti-aircraft tripods coming up quite a lot, but the actual sustain fire or the SF tripods, you don't really see them coming up that much. So yeah, so we'll wait and see. Yeah, sorry, Andrew. I don't know if you were in earlier on. I was saying to the lads that I'm thinking about, because the kit is so light and it's so easy, and I'm going to be flying over to your show. Well, not your show, the Yorkshire show, but you will be the boss of the event for me. I'm thinking about going as the first SAS, even though I won't have a Jeep or anything like that, just because all I really need is a belt order. I don't. I just need a belt with a holster, which I have, thanks to you and Dave. A pistol and a Tommy gun, and I'm good to go. So that's probably what I'm going to do for that event. I will bring my small pack that I wish was larger pack, and a few bits and pieces as well. We'll get you a Jeep. I don't know where you're going to find me a Jeep, an airborne SAS Jeep, but thank you very much if you can get me one. That'd be quite nice. But no, I'll just hang around and sit in a hole or something, sit in a foxhole, waiting. I could be the cut off SAS man that's after been taken over by the Air Guides and Southern Highlanders while I'm waiting for refreshments. I must actually say my throat is a lot better compared to it was. Was it not the last live stream, but the live stream before? I had to cut it short because my throat was actually in bits. I have been noticing. I have like little packets of Solvadine all over the place. There are other lozenges out there, guys. It's a pain in the arse that you have to tell YouTube everything. Like, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I didn't really mean it. But yeah, so the other question that we were talking about, Andrew, was, no, I'm not going to show the front of it. I'll show the back of it. I have this. Now, the SAS at the time used to wear the Mark 8 fighting knife, the American one, rather than the Commando one. But I don't have one. So I was thinking about putting one of them on my belt, and if anybody asks me why I have it, it's a war trophy, and I just found it. That's why I have it. And Dave kindly pointed out that if I had been taken prisoner, I would have probably been shot for carrying it. But then again, the commando order was in effect in 1944, so I wouldn't have been taken prisoner anyway. So yeah, there you go. So I think that might be a nice little thing to have on my belt, because literally if you look at the pictures of the first SAS after Normandy, they literally wore Denniston smock. Some of them wore paratroopers pants. Some of them wore 40 pattern or the later pattern battle dress. Some of them wore boots. Some of them wore plimsolls. Some of them wore dispatch boots. So they were a motley crew, shall we say. But in general, it was literally Denniston smock, 37 pattern belt, pistol holster, which normally carried a 911 or a BAP, a Browning automatic pistol, fighting knife, which they would have been the Mark 8 or the M8. And that was it. They used to the weapons they had was Bren guns, Vickers K's on their Jeeps. If they were going around, they were going around with carbines, American carbines, or they were going around with Thompson guns, or MP40s, German weapons that they could get their hands on. So, yeah. So I think, I think that's the way to go. Why do I always start yawning at this time of night? I don't know why. But yeah, there you go. Yeah, so that's the plan anyway for Yorkshire. There for the victory show. I think this is about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's definitely 7 guys that are affiliated with Living History UK that will be going to it. plus I think 3 Jeeps that they have got, which would be nice to have. But I am looking forward. As I said, I'm looking forward to both events. Jim, I don't know if he's in or out of the place, but for Jim Timber, we will be doing a military police video this week because he did ask me to do it. So there will be a military police video coming up. I'm not telling you what the other one is because it's nice to keep you guessing. And yeah, so there you go. Now I'm having a mouthful of cola. There are other soft drinks out there. Actually, and just to mention it, today is the anniversary of the Battle of the Somme. For those of you that did not remember. Have I taken a drink? No, I have not taken a drink. The best deal I have ever got was a post-war tripod for an MG3, complete with my MG42, and was imported by a Swedish surplus company from Germany. The only hand full, and I paid €120. That's a steal. What is my MRT, because you're there now and obviously you're in Sweden, what is the reenacting collecting scene in Sweden? Is it mixed bag of World War II, German, British, American? Because you have your own history there as well. So what would what's the collecting side like? Is it all World War II, or is it everything and anything? Because here in Ireland, it's like I know a handful, I suppose. Me, Gabriel, Gary, another friend of mine that I almost actually text. I have texted him, but he hasn't answered me. We would be off banner. There were 4 or 5 of us off banner. Off banner is getting a bit more popular, but it's getting extremely more expensive as well. The rest would be like World War II. Americans is a big thing in Ireland. Paratroopers. Every show you go to here, it's full of paratroopers. 101st Airborne paratroopers, because of Band of Brothers. Even the American Marines, the Pacific and stuff, it didn't seem to have caught on as much as Band of Brothers did. Not sure if it to be pleased or worried by Swedish joining NATO. Sweden, was Sweden part of NATO? I can't remember. I know Finland has now joined, and it is Sweden. Was it Sweden? I can't remember. I know there was two that are just after joining. Ireland is not part of NATO, for those of you that are asking. Will we be part of NATO? Who knows? They'd have to increase the spending budget of the defence forces a huge amount, and I can't see them doing that very quick soon in the future. But yeah, I dropped my thing that I don't know what it's for. Ka-ding! So actually, just a little. Don't go anywhere, guys. Just when I was cleaning today, I found these. Now, I did do a video on them ages and ages ago when I first started the channel, but I found them today in a drawer. They're plastic, they're movie props, but they're handguns, M67s from Vietnam, movie props from Vietnam. But I forgot them, or I didn't forget them, but I knew I had them, but I just couldn't find them. So what I brought them out for was, because I wanted to show people what they actually were for. So these little straps kick in here then. So the safety straps so the pin can't come out. It's been so long since this one's been clipped in. There we go. So yeah, there you go. So there's a little strap that goes through the pin. The pin can't get out. Not sure of to be pleased. Can you bring any cheap pistol over with you, John? Cheap pistol over to England? I don't need to. I borrow stuff off the lads. Andrew has kindly gone to arm me for the Yorkshire wartime experience, and I will borrow stuff off. Actually, probably be a Vickers K gunner for the Living History UK guys in the Victory Show. Band of Patreon has a lot. Tensor for Germans wearing Soviet aviation goggles was started by that film, not Splinter Proof, by the way. You were risking your eyes. The other thing as well was it in Fury? The goggles that one of them was wearing, I think, were actually RAF goggles. Yeah, there are little hiccups like that. Oh, God, I have to stop yawning. There are other little hiccups like that, but if any of you want to see, there's a movie going around on Netflix at the minute. If any of you want to watch a film, and I have no problem with slating it, it's called Company of Heroes. It's on Netflix. If any of you want to see a dog's dinner that the props department have after doing, no, it's probably got no money, budget, crap film anyway, but my God, they didn't even make an effort on any of the equipment and any of the clothes and any of the kit. One guy's wearing or not RAF, Air Force patches, Army rank, and it's an absolute dog's dinner. If any of you want to, I actually had to turn it off about 10-15 minutes into it because it was just bugging me. If any of you want to watch it, it's called Company of Heroes. It's on Netflix. My military collection is Sweden is all about German stuff. Crazy, explosive. But I mostly collect US stuff. Don't have any insights into reenacting stuff, but guess that is a big thing. Some American manuals discuss the carrying of grenades towards the belt as they can cut on stuff when they are prone. Yes, an awful lot of guys. There's two ways you can carry. There's two sides. You can actually have one on both sides. I'm not going to chip in this one, but you can have one on both sides. You can actually have one on both sides. But what David is saying there, was it David? Yeah. This one on the outside, they would not wear. They'd normally wear this one on the inside because if they were crawling and stuff, this one would get caught on things. So this one is protected, if you get me, because you're lying this way. The grenade is on the inside, it's on top rather than on the bottom. So, yeah. Brad was wearing Soviet aviation goggles. I knew one of them was wearing a pilot's goggles. That was actually wrong. But yeah, like there are small, like Fury. Fury's a good film. I did like Fury. The wardrobe is okay. Well, it's good. Like but yeah, I just keep thinking it's a war. Oh, sorry. Like even going back to the likes of Chuck Norris and Mission Impossible or Missing in Action and stuff, like those type films. At least they had jungle fatigues on. Um, at least they were using the correct weapons for Vietnam. Um, but my God, this Company of Heroes thing on Netflix. Oh, it's beyond words. It is really, really beyond words. Yeah. Drop a pair of them in splinters. Oh. They're not very good for a pair of pilot's goggles because you think that pilot's goggles now would be at the splinter. Oh. But Stan's still there. He's gone very quiet. Where did Stan go? Tropic Thunder. Tropic Thunder actually. like we all know Tropic Thunder is a piss take, but like there you go. My boyhood dream was a GM, or it was an MG34 or 42 on a tripod from pictures in books about World War II that I read when I was 10 years old. Now I have something like it. That's very, very cool. Um, what part of Sweden, if you don't mind, are you actually in my MRT? Because I have been to Stockholm twice, 3 times. I do like Stockholm. Um, uh, Sweden's a lovely, lovely place. Actually, if I ever won the lotto, I've always told my friends and stuff. If I ever won the lotto, and if I could, I'd retire to Sweden. Up in the hills and the forestries and stuff in Sweden is absolutely stunning. It's gorgeous. And even the cities are actually clean and tidy and spotless. And the suburbs, they're very, very nice. I'm here just still getting my diving adventure kit together. Just polishing my knife. Is that what it's called? Yes, never go full. I'm a reenactor, playing a reenactor. But yeah, I just keep my mind now is stuck because I just keep thinking of stuff that I seen in that film. Oh, lads, go look it up. Oh, excuse me, my company of heroes. If you don't believe me, go look it up. Go look it up on YouTube. Um, we will discuss it next week on how bad it actually is. Now I'm just after realizing there's one drawer down here that I never got around to checking what was inside it. There could be some interesting stuff. So we can do this. We could do this while we're here. We have a Zap card. If you don't know what a Zap card is, it's somebody gets shot. We have a bandana. This is a Vietnam shelf, obviously. Drawer. We have a meat can that is 1967. I have done a video on this. Yeah, I have done a video on that. We have Colt Industries MFG Crown magazine assembly 7 inch 7.6 M16A1 magazines. There we go. I've never heard it called that before. Never heard what called. I got told off when I swore at films like Company of Heroes. Yeah, I do the same, but it's okay. Somebody says not to be captured by commandos as nasty types. Not true. Is a former commando more intelligent? Is a former commando more intelligent? Yeah, like commandos and SAS guys and special forces and stuff like. If you're captured by them, you're lucky. First of all, that you're captured by them because they don't normally take prisoners. Those type of guys. But if you are taken prisoner by them, they will treat you well, or not treat you well, but like they're not going to miss miss. They're not going to beat the Jesus out here because they want you for information. Um, it'll be more like the line infantry guys. And I'm not saying they will, but it'll be more your general common soldier that'll probably give you a few kicks and slaps than and mistreat you than an SAS guy or a commando guy would. So there you go. Not too far outside Stockholm, maybe a little more than an hour with my car. Well, we lived in a place called, well, I stayed in a place called Stocksjögården when I was in Sweden, and we used to always go to a place called Skansen in Stockholm, which was like it's like a folk park, but it was I really really liked it. So I was working over there doing bits and bobs, but yeah, so whenever I had a Saturday or a Sunday free, I used to head to Skansen. Just liked it. I like Skansen. Yeah, I like Sweden. I like Stockholm. Uh, Stan's Knife. Stan's Knife? No, not heard. Pongo has not heard that in ages. Um, Evening. Hey, hello, Jake. How are you? Welcome back. Welcome. Cheers, David. Need a knife in case of entanglement, fishing, etc. You only take prisoners when you want them if you are as mobile as commander types. Um, yes. The thing about taking commando, or the thing about taking prisoners, guys. Now I know this is only hearsay. This isn't fact. Um, but when you take prisoners, you have to look after prisoners. So therefore, you have to feed them, you have to care for them, you have to maintain them, and you have to protect them from the enemy that doesn't know that they're prisoners, and obviously from escaping. So that takes an awful lot of time and effort. So if you don't take prisoners, you don't have to have that time and effort. Do you understand me? Um, it depends on the facts. Like they say, war crimes are by the losers. 90% of the time, if you win a conflict, you don't hear about war crimes. Okay, we've had stuff in Iraq like Abu Ghraib and stuff like that, but that was leaked information. And everyone knew it was happening. And to a certain degree, the people that were convicted were the fall guys. Literally, crap rolled downhill, and those guys were at the bottom of the hill. They knew about it up on a high what was happening. So, yeah. So, it's a political game. And then there's that famous saying, it isn't a war crime the first time. Do you know what I mean? Prisoners are a nuisance. Yeah, they can be. Just finished a book on the French Foreign Legion, Rough Nuts. Yes, they are. I know a few Irish lads, a few friends of mine that were in the French Foreign Legion. And let's put it this way, they're a unique breed. They're very unique. So we're getting back to this drawer, actually. So we have a video camera. Instamatic movie camera. Made in China. Or sorry, made in Canada. If I remember how this thing works. So you just hold it like this, and you. Interesting. That's your focus. Very, very, very technological. How's this get to it? Well, it runs off AA batteries. Let's get AA batteries and put it into it and see how it works. See if it works. I should say. But how the hell do you put the cassette into it? Oh God. I wouldn't even. Kodak movie camera. Use Kodak movie cartridge. Made in Toronto, Canada by Canadian Kodak Company Limited. Restricted trademarks. You'd probably get a video for them or a cassette for them, but it would cost you a fortune. Yeah. And we have this one as well. This is an Olympus Trap 35. Now you'd probably get a film for this easy, or then the mechanism is working anyway. But does the shutter work? Good, yeah. And there's a focus, yeah. Mm-hmm. Might have to get a film for this and we'll see will it work. Be interesting to actually like take period pictures in this with this camera. Someone's deleting messages all over the place. I don't know why. There you go. Yeah, I have to figure out how to open doors and stuff in this one. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I must get it. I could get a film for this one and we'll see will it work. But I don't even know where you get them developed now these days. There's absolutely nothing. Oh, you have a little hole here that you can tell what you're setting. Ah. What else have we? We have a keepsake McVie SOG. We have a water container. We have goggles, sun, wind, dust, one pair lens, one clear, one natural grey. These are the same ones that you'd see in the first Gulf War. The big horrible ones. But hey, if they work and if they keep your eyes protected, then they work. Spaceman. How's that film? The Fly. Oh, I'm going to put these down for a minute and I read some of these comments. Stop acting like a John. Yeah, there we go. It's John's special film camera. Yeah, exactly. 16mm camera. Is it 16mm? The video camera now or the other one? M4. Doesn't say what it is. 13mm. It says on the lens here anyway, it's a 13mm. As for the camera, oh, excuse me, Olympus Trap 35. Made in Japan. Other than that, it doesn't say anything really. Oh, hang on, there's something in the lens here. Made in Japan. Olympus. Something is to 28. One is to 30mm. French Foreign Legion Scottish soldiers in Glasgow. I know I don't rate them very highly. Also, young Irish Army squaddies. Also, young Irish Army squaddies. I don't know what you mean about the last part. French Foreign Legion soldiers in Glasgow. Glasgow? I presume that's Glasgow. I know I don't rate them very high. Also, young Irish Army squaddies. I'm not sure what that last bit means. But Legion lads, I know, the French Foreign Legion lads, I know, they're very, very, still to this day, are very, very fit, very active. Well, if anyone needs a cameraman for an Irish porno, you know where to go. Jake, stop putting that stuff up. This is a family-friendly channel. Come on, I saw the M off in the Belgian Congo. Saw the M off in the Belgian Congo. I'm not sure what that means. Saw the M off in Belgian Congo. One more question. What is the rarest thing in my collection? Rarest, probably my RUC body armor, because they're very hard to get now at the minute. That would be the rarest. Just thinking. Yeah, probably the REC body armor I have at the minute. Would be the rarest I have at the minute. I have hard things to get, like these helmets. RUC helmets. This is got a big slug mark on it somehow. Oh no, just a piece of. This is an RUC constable's helmet. This is the older type, or the other type known as the bowler type. This is the rarer of the two. There is a third version, which is the same as this, but there is a seam that runs all the way up the top of it and then down the back. I don't have one of them, so yeah. So this would be another hard item to get in my collection, in an RUC collection. So yeah, so I have that one. I have the bowler type, and I'm missing the one with the seam, and then I have three different types. So yeah. Well, we'll have to get a shield and flak for. Do you have a holy grail item that you would like to add to your collection? I have a few holy grail items I would like to answer my question. Jake has one of them, that which is the steel shield, the steel riot shields, and the other one is the early Cork riot RUC riot helmet. It was actually a police, or it was actually a bike helmet, a bit like the Cromwell helmet. It was a bike helmet that they jerry rigged, with just a face guard on it to do for riots, pretty much. They'd be the two really holy grails that I would like for my collection. I do have a plastic shield. I just don't have the steel shield. I don't have the earlier steel shield, which they'd be the two. They'd be the two items now. Believe it or not, if I got those two items, I would nearly ease off on my off banner collection. Now, what I wouldn't say ease off, but I'd have my penultimate. No, there's always other things that I'd love. I'd love a Land Rover. I'd love a Snatch Land Rover that was used in the north. A Saracen. That'd be another fantastic item to have. Will I ever get them? I doubt it. But I do have a chance of getting a shield and a RUC helmet eventually at one point in time. No, I would also love a constabulary, Royal Irish constabulary helmet, but you're talking over €1,000. The last one I seen for sale was nearly $2,000. Went for an auction. And the RUC or the RIC would have been the predecessors to the RUC. They were the Royal Irish Constabulary. They were around from 1832. Forgive me. I think it was 1832, all the way up until the foundation of the state in 1922. You had RIC. Have both your holy grails. I know you do. A few people know. Jake has sent me a picture of one of them a couple of weeks back, and I was like, going, you dirty, filthy, of the steel shield. Gabriel, another friend of mine that collects bits and bobs of Knock Banner, he has one. Yeah, they're hard to get. I'll give you the details of the fella I got my shield off, John, as he has some rare bits and bobs, especially RUC gear. Oh, cool. Yeah, send it on to me, Jake, and we will see what happens. Is he in England? RUC dealer in the UK would be very rare, even that in itself. But yeah, I do have other items as well that I can't show on camera. That I have at the moment. I have a that would be like I'd love a federal riot gun, which would be another one. I'd love a trench shotgun, which would be another penultimate thing that I have from my collection. World War II side, I don't really know from what my penultimate thing from World War II collection would be. Um, Maybe an original para helmet that was used in Market Garden or something like that. Uh, um, yeah, World War II was, I don't know, maybe a Jeep. Uh, if but then again, is a Jeep obtainable for me? Maybe not. Maybe yes. I'd love to be able to afford to have a Jeep, but not at the minute. But we'll wait and see. Just like I'd like to afford to have a Land Rover or a Saracen. Burp, burp. Um, why is this going burp burp all the time? Who the hell is trying to call me? Um, yeah, Jesus, it's 10 to 51 minutes already. So, guys, as usual, we'll give it till the hour. So, if you have 10 minutes there that you can bombard me with bits and bobs, if you want to see other little pieces that I have lying around handy in the collection, you're more than welcome to. I do have some stuff here that I was looking at today that I need to put away, courtesy of Andrew if he's still floating around. I have got Belgian gaiters. They're going to be painted black for a banner because some regiments in actually Belgian, 1965. Some regiments in Op Banner, rather than wearing the putties, wore gaiters. The Argyles being one, the Green Jackets being another. Uh, so yeah, and the Marines actually did it as well, I think. Original pair of mitts, a black watch, Glengarry that I need to get the badge for, but I have the cap. My Argyles one is up there, which will be getting aired for the here it is. This is what I was looking for because I need to want to read this so I can have because I presume that's the commando manual for the Second World War, obviously. So I want to read it to get information about the. Give you a sneak peek at one of my medals, guys. There you go. My UN service one. Also have another one. What's this one? This is another service medal. There you go, guys. That's some of my own private medals that I normally don't show around. There's a few more in there, but yeah. Where have we gone? Thanks everyone. Enjoy the chat. No problem. Have a good one. Welcome back, or I hope to see you back again soon. Matching numbers. P8 DX, even though no dry fire. I would be, I reckon, I go for it. Just don't have the spare money. PO8. Even it's a lot of money. It is a lot of money. Would love Wilkinson sword made first pattern commando knife. Oh, there's a few people that love them. Any advice on careful home cleaning of OD green fabric, guys? Scrub a brush. And just be very, very gentle. Depends what type of OD green fabric you're talking about. Some of them the likes of lightweights and stuff like that, just throw them into the washing machine. But delicate stuff, just a nice little rub. Like if you were to, sorry, there we go, Commando beret. Just give it a nice, just if you want to get the dust off it, the hairs. Just a nice little clothing brush. And just be very, very gentle with it. Yeah, so we used to use, especially with black ones. Some guys would use their polish brushes after they'd done their boots and their berets, but then he'd end up going bald because of the oil in the boot polish. And now see what you've got me doing? You've got me cleaning this. There we go. Nice and clean and shiny. Fix the veg. There we go. I normally don't wear other regiments' berets, but I had this out for a video for Jim. So there you go. Royal Marines Commandos. Especially commando berets, especially stuff like that there's a test to get them. Mine would be 60s Denison Smock. Oh yeah, I actually know somebody that has one. Jack, if he's still sitting there, he's got a 50s, 57 I think it is his Denison Smock. Thank you, no problem. Gary, that sounds good. I have to admit my 1913 SMLE is quite a DX. If we're talking about DX, I'd love a Mark 4. Cock and click, preferably. But yeah, I'd love a Mark 4. Don't have a Mark 4. But one day we'll see. One day maybe. Right, guys, that is the hour. Well, it's 57 minutes, so I'll give you a couple of seconds, couple of minutes to start baiting more questions at me. And as I said, there is a video coming up of the military police. Military police headdress and a brief history of the military police coming up this weekend, and the other one is a surprise, so I'm not telling you what it is. There you go. Nah. So if you have a few minutes there and if you want to ask me anything, you're more than welcome. If not, actually, just give me a show of thumbs. Should I wear that on my belt at the Victory Show? Or even at Yorkshire Wartime Experience as because I don't have a knife that the SAS would have used at that moment in time, but I could have that on my belt to say it was taken from a prisoner. And if people go, oh, well, they would have shot you anyway if you would have had it. Well, that was the commando order in at that stage, and I would have been shot anyway. So there you go. That was fun. Take care, guys. Do. Stan's giving me the thumbs up anyway. Dave's giving me the thumbs up. So, guys, thank you very much, as always. You're the ones that make the live streams, Gary Hallboy, or until next week. No problem, guys. See you, Gary. As always, you're the ones that make the live streams. You're the ones that to be here. You're the ones that help me with everything, and you're the ones that drive the channel, and I really, really appreciate it. So, guys, as I said, enjoy your weekends. Hope you like the videos that come up over the weekend, and I will see you all same time, same channel next week.